Good morning, everyone. It's been a while, and as you can see, my green stalks are really filling up. So, let me show you what we have here. That's my bok choy. And as you can see, it has finally bolted. And I've just been picking the leaves because it never really formed that little bok choy cone. So I decided I'll just be picking the leaves. And as you can see, the cilantro has bolted as well. So we have new cilantro coming up on one of the raised beds. So that's the top part of the first green stalk. It has bok choy, cilantro, and arugula, which I've really been enjoying. But as you can see, that has bolted as well, so it's time to get everything out of the top green stalk and put something else in there. And then on the second level, we have the strawberries. I'm not sure what's going on with the strawberries. They produced one round of strawberry and now they just seem to just be there. And they're ever bearing strawberries, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. And then next we have the mint. And this is chocolate mint. And as you can see, it is going wild. Oh, and so I'm going to pick some of this mint maybe later today or tomorrow, and I'm going to make a spinach souffle. Another strawberry and a mint. So on this second level, I have a strawberry, a mint, and so on and so forth for the whole second level. And we're going to go on to the third level. Before we do that, there is my beans, and the beans are doing really well. Oh, look at that mint. Don't know if I can get under there for you to see. There's a lot of beans in there. Let me see if I can find the label. And oh, those are Cannellini. These are Cannellini beans. And as you can see, it's climbing up. And so we have several of those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant some more so we have a succession of beans coming in. And then, well, that's the same beans. You can see the label right there. These are doing well, so I'm going to add some more. And then over here we have a scalloped squash, and that's the same thing. Oh, there's a label. Yeah, scalloped blend round squash. Some more of the Cannellini beans. These are doing quite well. And there's another one starting to climb. And over here, I have an experiment that didn't do very well. And that's the Turkish eggplant. I never thought that was going to sprout. And a few months later it started growing, but as you can see, it doesn't look very happy. But yeah, so that's an experiment, so I'm not too worried about it. And then on the bottom we have carrots, which are really not doing very well because of the grasshoppers that we have. They keep getting chewed on, so we'll see if they'll make it. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, the grasshoppers just decimate the carrots. All right, on to the second green stalk. As you can see, most of it has squash. So let's start at the top. Have some rosemary. Yes, we have some radish. The radish is getting leggy, so I'm not sure it's going to really produce, but that's all right. And back there we have some Greek oregano. Let me see if I can get a better view. Some Greek oregano. And then in here we have some more oregano. And this thing right here, I just put it in there as an experiment to see, and I put water in it and just to see if it's going to wick into the soil, and it seems to be working quite well, so we'll see how that goes long term. And back there we have some parsley, and that's the flat parsley. And then we have celery right there. On the second level, there really isn't much to speak about on the second level. We have a radish, which is quite leggy. And then we have, oh, what was this? I have a label somewhere. I know they're onions, but there we go, shallots. They haven't done very well. So I had this second level all full of this shallots. They didn't do very well, and now that they're crowded out by the tomatoes, we'll just see what happens with them. So there are more of those shallots interplanted with the radish. And back there we have a Thai basil that I transplanted from my main plant. Now the third level, we have a jalapeno right there. Yeah, this thing is so packed. And then we have on the third level, we have the Tasmanian chocolate Dwarf tomato. And as you can see, it already has some flowers. I'm looking forward to that. I really enjoyed them last year. And there's a flower, some more flowers. There's more flowers right back there. And next we have the black Hungarian pepper. And for a while I thought it had died, but it seems to be doing just fine. And then we have the tiny California Wanda pepper plant right there. And we have another pepper, that's a shishito. And then on the next level we have the Dwarf Firebird sweet tomato, and that's the one that's all the way up, and it's already flowering, as you can see. There's several. All right, so back down to the 4th level. We have the round green zucchini, and as you can see, it's flowering, and we have a little zucchini. See if I can zoom in right there. We have some little zucchinis. There's one, I don't know if you can see that, there's one back there, that one right there, the flowers. It's getting quite heavy, so soon it's going to be laying on the support. And then next we have the pink dwarf passion tomato, and it's already flowering, as you can see. And beyond that we have another squash, and that's the lemon squash. So that's also going to be the little round zucchinis, and those are going to be yellow. And then down here I have another yellow zucchini. This one is from Johnny Seed, and there's another scalloped round squash right there. And moving on, another yellow zucchini, and then we have the yellow monster pepper right there. Not sure why, but these yellow monsters are growing really slow, but as long as they eventually get there, that's what matters. And at the bottom, as you can see, we had carrots, which are getting chewed on by the grasshoppers, so I'm not sure how that is going to end up. And that's another dwarf pink tomato. And then we have a bush bean right there. And then over here we have my rose. I've been searching for these roses forever, and I finally found them this year. And that's the arbor rose, and this one is the tangerine skies, and it's a climbing rose. So I'm going to plant it in the back on the entryway to the greenhouse. Yeah, I love those roses. I've already planted one in the back, and I'm getting ready to do that one today. And finally, to the 3rd green stalk. You can see how full that is. Let's start at the top. So the top one is currently empty, and I'm going to just do a few herbs in there. And then on the second one we mainly have basil. Let's go around. Okay, so we have basil on the second one. We have a random strawberry. We have black kale. And more basil on the second level. And then on the third one we have the serrano pepper. I had a shishito down there. Not sure what happened to that. It just folded and died. That's okay, we have several plants of that. And in here, there was a keystone giant pepper that didn't make it, so I'll put something else in there. We have a Tabasco. It's really teeny tiny. And I don't know that that's going to make it. It's so tiny. It's not going very fast, but it looks healthy. And then we have the yellow monster. Looks like it's getting shadowed by that tomato. But anyway, that's the yellow monster pepper. And next we have, well, you can barely see anything. Well, let's talk about this. So this is another shishido. I don't know if you can see that in the sun, but it is really producing. They are, oh, it's turned this way. I don't know if you can see that. Those peppers are everywhere. So we'll be ready to harvest those shishidos really soon. It's grown really fast compared to all the other ones. And what I am really looking forward to, this pepper right here. It's a pumpkin spice jalapeno. So those are going to be yellow. And then we have a serrano right there. And going further down, we have another jalapeno. And this is the Pantera jalapeno from Johnny's Seed. It's not quite producing yet. And then we have a Poblano right there. And another serrano that has already started producing. So you can see right there. And then I have my flower right here. It's my little Snapdragon is finally blooming. So that should be really pretty in a day or two. And I have interplanted it with a bean plant. And this is the Calima, the Calima bean. So I interplanted them together so the bean would hold the Snapdragon. And another scalloped squash. More beans. Yellow pepper. And some more beans, and that is the Calima. Yeah, I keep forgetting that word. Calima beans. And another little serrano pepper. And that's it with the green stalks. And I'll take you to the back and show you what's going on with the raised beds. All right, we'll see how this goes. And we'll see you on the next one when we do the next tour.